teach a method of seduction. This video is not intended, nor is it a complete means of becoming a hypnotist, hypnotherapist, or hypnoanalyst. Hypnosis should only be performed by competent hypnotists. This technique is not designed for, nor could it be used as a means of forcing any subject into performing an act against his or her will. We, the makers of this program, do not endorse promiscuity, and we encourage all persons viewing this video to practice safe sex without exception as recommended by the Surgeon General. No method of hypnosis is foolproof. Results may vary. Failure is usually due to circumstances beyond the hypnotist's control, most often resistance that is too great to be broken down through hypnosis alone. Women. Aren't they beautiful? The object of desire, every man's fantasy is a gorgeous woman. By their own nature, a woman is a seductive creature. For the majority of women, being seductive is just acting natural, although for men, it isn't as easy. Throughout time, man has devised many different and creative ways of seducing women. Some have been effective, and some haven't. But one common feeling which all men around the world share is the feeling of being frustrated. Not to worry, we've got a solution. Hello, and welcome to Seduction Through Hypnosis, the revolutionary new way of seducing the woman of your dreams. In the following program, we will show you how hypnosis, the age-old method of suggestibility through deep relaxation, can be the beginning of a whole new life for you. Not only will we teach you this fabulous method, we will help you stretch your imaginations. It is important to understand that the potential effectiveness of this technique is dependent on one's confidence, experience, and imagination. This hypnotic technique is a form of expression, an art, and its ultimate goal is to stimulate pleasure. The following program is broken up into segments. First, we will discuss what hypnosis is all about. Second, we will talk about finding a subject who will be a willing participant and who is hypnotizable. Next, we will discuss bringing your subject to a safe place. We will then proceed to instruct you how to hypnotize by teaching popular and easy induction and deepening techniques. Lastly, we will instruct how to seduce someone by psychosexual stimulation and then bridging or crossing over to the physical sexual experience. Sounds terrific, doesn't it? Well, it is. And once you learn the techniques of hypnosis, you'll be able to use them and perfect them as time goes on for beautiful results time after time. So let's begin. What is hypnosis? We checked the Standard American Dictionary for formal definitions of the word hypnosis and the word seduction. This is what we found. Hypnosis, an artificially induced state resembling sleep, characterized by heightened susceptibility to suggestion. Hypnosis has ancient roots that began with priests and witch doctors. It became formalized as a science in the 18th century and later utilized by the medical profession. Hypnosis has always carried an aura of mystery and misconceptions. General exposure to hypnosis and its common misconception came from Hollywood movies and stage hypnotists, where hypnotism is portrayed as a means of controlling people against their wills. The reality is quite the opposite. Hypnosis is a unique state of consciousness where particular capabilities are increased or elevated while at the same time others fade away. Approximately 89% of the population can enter a hypnotic state. Some people have an easier time than others. They are very susceptible to common hypnotic techniques. Although the odds are good for many people to become hypnotized, the key to hypnosis is having a scenario where a person is receptive to the idea and allows a hypnotist to hypnotize them. Hypnosis is a means of focusing one's attention combined with relaxation and allowing a hypnotist to stimulate one's memory and one's imagination, to experience physiological sensation, past events, imaginative scenarios, and dissociative experiences which are trapped in the subconscious mind. So, by grasping our hypnotic technique and then applying it to a subject's psychosexual mind, one can stimulate exciting physiological sensations, erotic imagery, and tap into past sexual experience to culminate feelings of erotic pleasure, passion, and sexual desire, which brings us to seduction. To seduce, to win over, to attract, to entice, or to persuade, to engage in sex. Not only is seduction an art, but it is the fabric which moves the modern world, from commercials on TV, box covers, billboards, magazines, and basically any form of advertisement. We are bombarded with sex appeal. The focus is to stimulate the psychosexual imagination and attract us by our desires to win us over. Why do women strive to be so beautiful? Makeup, clothing, aerobicized bodies, hair, nails, and tan skin are all common exercises for women to be sexy, attractive, and seductive. Although women want to attract men, they paradoxically have reservations, which block them from having sex indiscriminately. Seduction is what man has done over the ages to overcome these inhibitions and natural defenses in women. Seduction through hypnosis. Through an artificially induced state resembling sleep and characterized by heightened susceptibility to suggestion, which will stimulate feelings of fantasy and sexual desire so as to win over or to engage in sex. With a thorough understanding of what seduction through hypnosis is, you will be able to fully grasp the concept of this revolutionary new method of seduction and enjoy maximum results. How to find a subject. This seems like a task in itself, but it's actually not so difficult once you know what you're looking for. There are two main qualities that you want to look for in a potential subject. The first is an ability to focus on one thing at a time. The second is willingness. Let's look at some examples. Look for someone who can focus easily on one thing at a time. Again, the first quality you want to look for in a subject is her ability to focus on one thing at a time. However, in order to truly judge this, you'll probably need to know that person over a period of time. Notice, does she read oblivious to any distraction? Does she get so involved in a conversation that she doesn't notice someone calling her name?
Brenda, phone. Brenda, you have a phone call. Brenda. Brenda, you have a phone call. Didn't you hear me calling you? No, I didn't hear you. Thanks. Here you go.
An ability to become absorbed in one thing at a time is very important for a hypnotic subject. It is this ability to concentrate, to shut out all distractions, that allows subjects to become most deeply lost in a hypnotic trance and focus their attention on the suggestions of the hypnotist. The second and most important criterion in finding a subject is finding someone who is willing. Hypnosis will work only on someone who is receptive to the idea and willing to try it. Now remember, you play a huge part in how willing your subject is going to be. If she is distrustful of you, or your motive, she's not going to be a willing subject. So you want to immediately establish yourself as someone who is trustworthy. Let's take a look at a good example of someone who meets a group of potential subjects, who establishes himself as someone who is trustworthy, and who chooses a subject based on who seems the most willing in the group.
Bartender, can I have soda, please? Sure. Hi, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Hi, Brenda. You're?
Lisa.
Do you guys all work around here?
No, I'm a student. I go to UCC. I'm studying to be a veterinarian because I love animals.
Really, I have a friend that goes to school there. You know Todd Cohen, kind of a tall guy with red hair?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's a really big school. What do you do?
I work in a beauty salon on a manicurist. I do nails.
Oh, cool. Look. A little ghost on this one. What do you do?
I just graduated last month. I'm looking for a job, but I can't find one. The economy is so crummy. What do you do, John?
Well, I'm working part-time at this publishing house, but I'm studying to be a hypnotherapist.
Wow, really? What is that exactly?
It's a treatment of disease through hypnosis. I've already graduated the hypnosis part, but now I'm reading up all the psychotherapy part, you know. But that's kind of complicated, actually, so I'm thinking about just practicing the hypnotist.
Notice how John immediately established his credibility. He tells the group not only about his current job, but his work towards a new and a more exciting career for his future. This is how he introduces the concept of hypnosis. He brings it up as something that he has become interested in for purely professional reasons, inspiring curiosity and respect in the girls he is talking to. By portraying himself as a hard-working professional, John is likely to hold on to the girls' attention and to establish their trust in him. While you don't want to lie, you'll want to work for this same feeling of trustworthiness. It is only through trust in you that a subject is to become willing. Let's see what happens next.
Wow, I've always wanted to be hypnotized. Hypnotism is a crock.
Really? Why?
My mother paid a fortune to try and lose weight. Didn't work.
Didn't? Well, there's a lot of fraud out there too, you know, but sometimes the patient, if they're not really willing and receptive, you know, it's just not going to happen. And, well, say your mother may not trust him, you know, and maybe he was a fraud, but maybe she really didn't want to lose weight because, well, deep down her subconscious, she just didn't want to. That happens a lot too.
I still think it's a crock.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
Which of these girls is the most likely to be successfully hypnotized? Lisa, Robin, or Brenda? Let's start with Lisa.
Hypnotism is a crock.
Lisa is decidedly opposed to the idea and says so outright. It is unlikely that this girl will ever be persuaded to try hypnosis, let alone in one night. It would be wise to rule her out altogether, unless you thrive on challenges. But make sure you continue to be as friendly and polite to her as you are the other two. She is their friend, so you don't want to antagonize her. Next, let's take a look at Robin.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
Robin is hesitant and doubtful. It is possible that if you are very good at this, you could persuade her, since she is not steadfastly opposed to the idea. But you always want to go for the one who is the most positive, the most receptive to you and to your idea. In this scenario, Robin is not that girl. Last, let's take a look at Brenda.
Wow, I've always wanted to be hypnotized.
Brenda is clearly the most likely subject in this group. Not only is she warm and friendly in general, but she seems interested in hypnosis and receptive to it. Without a doubt, this is the girl who will make the best subject for hypnosis. Now that you've decided who would make the best subject, what do you do next? Let's see what John does.
Sounds pretty cool to me.
It's a really nice experience, even if you don't have any bad habit that you want to change. Of course, if you want to, like, quit smoking and lose weight or something like that, you know, sometimes I can even get rid of that in, like, one session.
Wow, really?
You know, if you're really interested in being hypnotized, I could do it and not even charge you.
How about right now? I'd love to be hypnotized. Yeah, John, come on, hypnotize her.
Well, I'd really like to, because it's going to be a great experience for you. Know, but there's too much music and there's too many people around here. There's too much distraction. You know, if we can meet at some other time. You know, some other time, what?
How about tomorrow around noon?
Noon? Let's see, I don't work tomorrow at noon. That'd be great. Listen, you can come over to my place. It's kind of messy, but nobody will interrupt us or distractions or anything.
Yeah? How about you come over to my place? I feel more comfortable.
That's perfectly okay. That's perfectly fine. You know, I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be relaxing. But just, oh, thanks. Sure, I'll call you in the morning, okay? It was really nice meeting you guys. Talk to you later.
John, in this scenario, found his subject and is having her meet him in a safe place. By choosing to postpone the hypnotic session until tomorrow, John has a better chance of being alone with Brenda. Whether you know the subject well or have just met them, for hypnosis and seduction to be most effective, you must be in a place without distractions, noise, or people intruding. An empty or secluded beach makes an excellent setting. The waves have a hypnotic effect and cover any other distracting noise. If you plan to use a beach at night, make sure your subject is warm. Another great place is a jacuzzi, but only if it is not too hot to stay in for an extended period of time. The sound of the water jets in the tub will also filter out outside distractions, and the jacuzzi has a relaxing effect. Not to mention, it's a great place to proceed with your romantic intentions. Parked car works well, especially if you have just met someone who might be a little weary of going home with you or taking you home with her. If you decide to use a car, park the car away from traffic sounds or any other distraction. It's not a bad idea to turn on the fan, which will serve as a filter from background noise. Bedrooms, living rooms, or office couches are great settings, and it is an especially good idea to disconnect the ringers from phones so they won't be distracting either. If outside noise is unavoidable, it's a good idea to incorporate a remedy into the hypnotic induction. For example, as you fall deeper and deeper into a trance, you will notice the sounds around will fade away, fade deep into the background. I may be jumping ahead, but don't worry, we are going to talk about inductions next. Right now, let's see how John is doing with Brenda.
Hi, do you have any problems finding the place?
It was easy.
Come on in. You want anything to drink?
Yeah, a large glass of water. My mouth gets kind of dry when I do hypnosis.
Any ice in your glass?
No, that's okay. I don't make any noise with the glass, you know. Nice place you got here.
There you go.
Nice.
Why don't we sit over here? It'll be a little more quiet in the other
Sure.
room. How about in this room? It's quiet in here.
Well, do you have a couch or like a bed or something? Because this chair can be very uncomfortable if you have to sit here for an hour.
Okay, well, how about in my room? I have some stuffed animals and it's quiet in there.
Great.
This is my room.
Hey, this is really great. Here, let me help you take off your boots and you'll feel a lot more comfortable. Right down there. Okay. All right. Here. Okay, so lay back down there. Alright. Now you need to go to the bathroom or anything?
No, thanks.
Okay. Fix some bones so you won't be interrupted. Okay, good.
I'm not going to act like a chicken or anything stupid. I don't want to be embarrassed.
No, those are total misconceptions about hypnosis. You will always be aware of everything I'm saying. You don't do anything you don't want to do. You always have that choice. You're always in control. Brenda, you feeling nervous?
Kind of. What are you going to do? What's it feel like?
Well, hypnosis is very relaxing. It's very pleasurable. Here, let me give you a short experience. Close your eyes. Okay, now think of a butterfly. Imagine the butterfly. When you finally see a butterfly, nod your head. Good. Now open your eyes. That's it. That's hypnosis. See, I'm talking to your subconscious and stimulating your imagination.
Wow, that's really cool. I think I might like this.
It's going to be great.
John is doing well. His job as a hypnotist is to make his subject comfortable in a safe place. He also dispels any preconception about hypnosis she may have and calms her fears. All this is done with confidence and understanding, which is crucial in building the trust of your subject. John is always gentle and courteous, which also helps to build Brenda's trust. He thinks ahead. He knows he's going to be thirsty from talking during hypnosis, but he is aware that the ice cubes in the glass may be very distracting. All these factors play an important role in the success of this technique. Now John is ready to proceed with his induction. But what exactly is an induction? It is the process of transforming your subject's consciousness from a state of awareness to a state of hypnosis. The induction is simply the entry or the beginning stage of hypnosis. This is probably the part you've been waiting for, the part you've seen done in movies where the hypnotist magically puts his subject under the spell. Well, inductions aren't just in the movies, and they're certainly not magic. They're a skill. And best of all, they're a skill that you can learn. John will demonstrate a very common and effective induction on Brenda. The language, the tone of his voice, as well as the repetition and the timing he uses is all very important. The language of hypnosis consists of imperatives, or simply directive statements. For example, your eyelids are getting heavy. Notice how heavy your eyelids have become. You are becoming too tired to hold them open. Let your eyelids close. John will never ask her a direct question. A question always gives decision-making back to the conscious mind, which is counterproductive to hypnosis. John uses statements that begin with, notice how, let you, permit me, allow me to, tell me what you're feeling, nod your head. He never says, I want you to, for when sentences begin with I, they sound like a strong command which may not be accepted as well as a subtle request. John always speaks in a calm and somber way, without great tonal variation. He repeats himself often with a hypnotic rhythm. Repetition of directives is very important. Subjects respond at different rates to suggestion, and repetition gives them time to respond. That is where timing comes in. Timing is not something you can be taught. It comes with practice. Because all subjects react differently, one's timing is developed to be flexible. Know if your subject is ready to move on to the next suggestion, or if she needs more deepening. Or maybe the subject is responding quickly and you are moving too slowly. Timing, fluidity, and confidence all come with practice. So practice is most important, and this I can't stress enough.
Make yourself comfortable and relax. Let your head fall lightly into the pillow. Allow your arms to fall comfortably by your sides, and choose an object or spot that you will focus on. Listen to my voice and stare at the spot you've chosen. Notice the spot and how it looks. Listen carefully, very carefully to my voice, and relax. Soon you're going to notice the object that you have chosen will start changing a bit. Perhaps it is vibrating, swelling, and radiating. Enjoy it. Keep staring. Stare at that object and relax. I'm going to touch your head. When I do, waves of relaxation will start to wash down your body. I'll feel wave after wave of calming energy roll into you. The waves will enter your head. Relaxation will fill your mind. The muscles in your forehead will become relaxed. The muscles in your face will become relaxed. The waves will roll into your brain, relaxing and calming your every thought and feeling. Notice with every wave of relaxation, you become very drowsy. The feeling of drowsiness and relaxation. Relaxation and drowsiness. All right, let yourself laugh. Hypnosis is a very different experience. It might seem a little bit funny. Okay. When you finish laughing, the muscles in your face relax. And enjoy the feeling of total relaxation. Continue to stare at the object and relax. In a short time, you will enter into a state of hypnosis. A warm, safe, beautiful state of hypnosis. Notice that you're becoming very sleepy. There will be a time when your eyelids will become heavy. So heavy that they'll want to close. So heavy they will close on their own. When this happens, let them close. Let your eyelids close. Let them shut. Let your eyelids fall, close. That's right. Close. Let every muscle in your body relax. Let every muscle go limp Feel the drowsiness take over every muscle in your body. Imagine from the point I touched on your head, waves of relaxing energy constantly emanating and washing your whole body. Perhaps you can feel glowing energy warming you. Feel the sensations of heavy, drowsy relaxation as it floods your body, always radiating from the point on your head. It rolls down your head into your neck, relaxing every muscle and washing away all tension. The waves rush into your shoulders and down into your arms, wave after wave, washing every bit of tension down your upper arms, through to your lower arm, and into your hands, and out your fingertips, and then into the air and washed far, far away. Now, notice the waves of relaxing energy are becoming more intense as they pour down your back into your chest. Imagine a giant paintbrush stroking the length of your body, painting you with warm waves of calming energy, wave after wave, relaxing your chest. And with every breath you take, you're becoming more relaxed, and notice yourself falling deeper into drowsy trance. The waves pass into your stomach, warming it like swallowing brandy or some hot drink. As the waves roll down your legs, pushing into your calves, down into your feet, and rolling all your body's tension out. The tips of your toes. The tension is pushed out of your toes and into the air and carried away like smoke in the wind. The waves keep radiating from that spot on your head, which I had touched before, rolling throughout your whole body, cleansing your body of tension and leaving you feeling heavy and relaxed. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper to a state of total relaxation. Notice that your body is empty. All stress and tension is leaving you. Perhaps there is an area of your body which is not fully relaxed. There is. Tell me which part of your body that might be.
My legs are not yet relaxed.
That's fine. The waves will become more intense in your legs, washing the last bits of anxiety, stress, and tension out of your body. Soon these waves will have relaxed every part of your body, including your legs. When you feel that the waves have relaxed your whole body, tell me by nodding. You're very light. And now you have become completely relaxed.
John is doing very well. He's performed a successful induction. Brenda's left her alert waking state and has become hypnotized as a direct response to John's suggestions. During the induction, Brenda put up her defense by laughing to try to avoid being hypnotized. Notice how John dealt with her laughter. He allowed her to laugh and told her laughing was all right with him. Hypnosis might appear funny to her. He did not get flustered and knew he could resume when she was finished laughing. From the induction, we move to the deepening state where stimulating Brenda's imagination begins. The deepening method we will demonstrate follows typical hypnotic procedures, but variation is encouraged, and here is where your imagination comes in. The main focus of deepening is to increase the scope or depth of the trance.
Brenda, eventually a number will appear in your mind. That number will represent the depth of how hypnotized you presently are. That number will be a number from 1 to 20. 20 means you are awake, and 1 means you're as hypnotized as you can be. When that number comes into your mind, tell it to me. That's right, Brenda. Tell me that number.
12.
That's very good, Brenda. Now imagine you're in an old-fashioned elevator. with a big hand lever on the wall. If you push it forward, you will go down. If you pull it back, you will go up. On the brick wall in front of the gated door, you'll see a painted number on the wall. Painted on the wall is the number 12. Place your hand on the lever and push it forward. Push on the lever. As you do push, you will notice the elevator begins to move down, and the bricks and the number 12 start moving up in front of you. When that happens, nod your head to me. When the elevator moves, nod your head. As the elevator goes down, notice the numbers in front of you are decreasing, and you're becoming more and more drowsy. You're finding yourself going deeper and deeper into a trance. Feel yourself descending deeper and deeper into the warm, safe state of hypnosis. Deeper and deeper you go. Eventually, you will reach the deepest state of hypnosis. You will see the number 1 painted on the wall in front of you, and the elevator will slow and come to a stop. Notice the elevator slowing. Feel yourself going deeper and deeper into a safe and wonderful trance. When the elevator has reached the bottom, and you see the last number, number 1 in front of you, you nod your head. That's right. When the elevator stops, nod your head. Pull the gate open and step out of the elevator. Notice a well-lit hallway full of closed doors. Begin walking down the hallway and choose a door to open. Describe the door you've chosen to me.
It's a large oak door with a brass doorknob.
Turn the doorknob, open the door, and go inside. Look around the room. You will notice an object on the back wall. If you need to go closer to see it, do so. Tell me what that object is.
It's a baseball mitt. It's my brother Tim.
Describe the room you're standing in. Notice the walls, the furniture, or perhaps the floor.
It is my brother's room. The wallpaper is blue and white stripes. The furniture is lacquered wood with many chips.
What else do you notice which interests you?
Under his bed is Tim's secret box. He keeps it locked, but I know where the key is.
Perhaps you feel curious enough to look in that box. If you do, take the key and open the box. When you've opened the box, tell me what you find inside.
There's some baseball cards, some condoms, $40, and a lot of firecrackers in the bottom of the box.
Perhaps you want to take something out of the box.
No, I want to put the box away. I'm afraid he's going to catch me.
There's nothing to be afraid of. Put the box away and walk out of the room. Walk down the hall. When you reach a door which interests you, stop and describe the color of the door. Describe the color of the door.
Red.
Open the door and go inside. Notice the room is dark. In the middle of the room, you'll find a large bed. Lay down on the bed and relax. When you've laid down on the bed, nod your head. Notice what looks like a television remote control. On the control, there's a red button and a blue button. When you press the red button, the room will light up to reveal that you're surrounded by life-size marble statues of nude men. Brenda, press the red button. Notice the statue. Look at all of them. Choose one that is most attractive to you. Find the one which is the most exciting to look at. When you've chosen that statue, describe him. Tell me what he looks like.
He is tall and muscular. He has dark features, a nice smile, and his eyes are blue.
Good. Good, Linda. When you press the blue button, you'll find the statue you have chosen will come to life. You cannot resist pressing the button. He is the most attractive man you have ever seen. Nod when you have pressed the button. Notice your heart is going to beat quicker and you're breathing a bit harder. Look at the naked man standing in front of you. The most beautiful man you've ever seen. You'll find yourself becoming very excited. Your chest is getting warmer and warmer. It begins to walk over to the bed. Now you're breathing harder and your heart is pumping warm blood through your body and your heated chest. It begins to caress your face ever so gently, just barely touching your skin. Wherever he touches becomes very warm. He moves his hand back and forth and slowly caresses your neck. You eventually become very stimulated. Your heart is pounding and you feel yourself becoming wet and sweat. You notice you're also naked as he moves his hand down to your breast. He strokes your skin ever so gently. Feel your chest getting hotter and hotter. You can feel sexual energy building up in every part of your body. He reaches down with his mouth and starts to lick your stomach. Feel the warm electric energy radiate into every part of your body. Feel the excitement of having the most attractive man you've ever seen lick your stomach. He starts to lick your toe and slowly starts to lick up your foot. Warm currents race up your leg and heat up your whole body. His tongue flicks up past your knee and is gently warming your thigh. You are very round. Your lungs are breathing harder. He makes his way up to you in the front. You're so wet. And you feel your whole body shake with pleasure. He flicks his tongue back and forth. He's licking your vagina. Warm electricity is radiating and pulsating from every place on you. His tongue touches, stimulating your whole body. You're hornier than you've ever been in your whole life. Gradually, you'll feel a burning sensation between your legs, which will keep increasing until you're having sex. Notice the burning begin. Physical sex is all that will quench the increasing sensation between your legs. You are hornier than you've ever felt before. Permit me to make love to you. And as I do, you will gradually awaken from this hypnotic state and become aware of the most erotic experience and most satisfying sex of your lifetime.
You can't ask for more success than that. John has done real well. He has first hypnotized Brenda, then deepened the state of hypnosis. Through stimulating her imagination, he has caused her to become sexually aroused. This approach uses the directive style of hypnosis. There are essentially two types of hypnosis, directive and permissive. The directive approach always commands the subject how to think and feel. where the permissive allows the subject's imagination to make its own direction and follow its own course. We will demonstrate another method which is more permissive, and it allows the subject to explain the experience of their own sexual fantasy as it occurs in their mind. This method is extremely effective, but a woman must feel totally comfortable with you before this method will work. Telling of one's fantasies can be embarrassing to a woman whose fantasies embarrass them. It is recommended to choose subjects who feel comfortable sharing their secrets with you. After repeated hypnosis with a subject, often a relationship builds, and the subject will become comfortable and be confident in you as you with her. John will demonstrate this permissive variation next. At this point, Brenda is already in a trance, so let's pick up at the end of the deepening technique.
Notice the elevator slowing. Feel yourself going deeper and deeper into a safe and wonderful trance. And when the elevator has reached the bottom and you see the last number, the number 1 in front of you, you nod your head. That's right. When the elevator stops, nod your head. Very good, Brenda. Now, pull the gate open and walk down the long hall which is in front of you. There's a door at the end of the hall. As you get closer to the door, notice there's a sign on the door. The sign on the door says, Sexual Fantasy. When you read the sign, nod your head. Good. Now open the door and go through it and close the door behind you. Now, tell me where you are. Perhaps you're on an island or in a plane or a mountain. Tell me what you see around you.
A beach. I'm on a beach.
Good, Brenda. Feel the sun beat down and warm your body. Warm your body on this beautiful beach. Tell me where you are on the beach.
On my blanket. There's lots of people around.
Good, Brenda. Perhaps there's a man somewhere near who interests you?
There's a couple on a blanket next to mine. They are both very beautiful. She is very pretty. He is very tan and muscular. He is kissing her neck and rubbing oil on her back.
Is she enjoying it?
She smiles. She is enjoying this.
Good, Brenda. Now, describe the man rubbing the oil on the woman. Perhaps he is attracted to you. Perhaps he excites you.
He is muscular. He has brown hair, blue eyes, and a warm smile.
Perhaps you want to make eye contact with him.
He sees me checking him out. His girlfriend doesn't notice. She's lying on her stomach.
Describe what happens next.
I get up and go into the ocean. I motion for him to go with me. I don't look back. I go out into the water past the breakers, almost so far that I can't touch the bottom.
Notice how soothing the water feels on your body. Feel the ocean cool your hot skin. Feel better than you've ever felt before. And describe what happens next.
I turn around. I see the man getting up from his blanket and coming towards the water.
Feel yourself becoming excited. Notice as he walks toward you, a warm feeling builds within your chest. Your heart beats quicker and your breath heavier. Notice how sexually aroused you're becoming. You have become hungry for this man. Describe what happens next.
He is so gentle and loving. He is rubbing my body all over. I see his girlfriend on the beach on his blanket. She doesn't even notice.
Good, Brenda.
He is behind me. He has pulled my bikini to my ankle. His one hand is wrapped tightly around me. His other is rubbing my clit. I can feel his hard-on rubbing against my body.
Feel how great it is to be touched by him. Enjoy the sexual energy racing around your body. Feel him touch you and love you. Notice how horny you've become. Notice a pulsating or perhaps a throbbing emanate from between your legs. Notice how that feeling gradually increases. Very good, Brenda. Now describe what he's doing to you.
His hands are between my legs. He is touching.
Very good. As he puts his heart on into your body, notice how excited you are. Your heart is pounding harder. You're breathing faster. Warm sensations race through your body. When you feel him inside of you, nod your head. Feel him go deep inside you with long, slow strokes. Gradually, he increases the speed, and as he does, you notice you become more and more aroused. You have become hornier than you've ever been in your life. Your body is aching to be touched. Tell me where you want me to touch you. Tell me where you want to be touched.
Between my legs.
Permit me to make love to you. And as I do, you will gradually awaken from this hypnotic state and become aware of the most erotic experience and most satisfying sex in your lifetime.
These techniques are extremely effective in bridging a woman's inhibitions and defenses towards sexual situations, but the choice is always hers throughout the hypnotic process. This technique can't be used to force someone to do something they don't want to do. Some women just won't want to have sex with you no matter how seducing it is. Other women will want to have sex more than anything else but won't because they may be married or have a boyfriend, and still others will be putty in your hands. It is very important to choose your subject wisely, and remember always to respect the wishes of your subject. Let's see what John does in the same scenario if Brenda would have refused to have sex with him.
Notice the burning begin. Physical sex is all that will quench the increasing sensation between your legs. You are hornier than you've ever felt before. Permit me to make love to you. And as I do, you will gradually awaken from this hypnotic state and become aware of the most erotic experience and most satisfying sex of your lifetime.
John, stop. John, stop. I can't do this. I'm engaged.
It's okay, Brenda. It's okay, all right? I thought you might be interested in having sex with you. If you're not, it's okay, all right? Just lie down and relax. Just relax. Close your eyes and relax. I will wake you in a few moments, and when I do, you will forget everything that went on during hypnosis. You will wake with a feeling of well-being. You will no longer feel any burning sensation, and you will be sexually satisfied. You will feel more rested than you have ever felt in your whole life, and you won't feel uncomfortable at all. I'm going to start counting from 10 to 20. And when I reach 20, your eyes will be open, and you'll be awake. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Your eyes are starting to open. 17, 18. Your eyes are opening. 19. Your eyes are opening. 20. You're awake.
John respected her wishes and did not pursue or try to push her into having sex with him. If she would not have had sex with him after being so stimulated, there probably is no convincing her. We can't predict everyone's response. All we know is that this technique works, and it works well. Let's review what we have learned. It is important to find a subject who is willing and open to hypnosis and who is hypnotizable. The way to make a proper choice is through careful observations. Establish credibility so your subject will have faith in you. Choose a suitable setting, void of distractions and interruptions. Make your subject feel comfortable. Use the language of hypnosis. Practice is the only way to become competent with inductions and deepening techniques. Use your imagination to stimulate hers in creating sexual fantasy-like experience. When you follow these steps, results are almost guaranteed. Again, choose your subjects carefully and become a competent hypnotist before attempting this technique. You shouldn't have a problem finding women willing to be hypnotized. There are so many possible subjects out there. Practice is essential, and in time you can enjoy the fabulous benefits of being proficient at this technique. Well, I wish you good luck and have a happy, hypno-seductive sex life.